Okay. Mari, I'm gonna start recording. Yes. So let's wait a little bit for the others. And today is going to be very interesting because we are going to start with a new topic. We're going to talk about business and marketing and the power of advertising, the influence it has in us, in our way to make decisions, in the way we consume things. And also, it's very important to be aware of our responsibility as customers, as people who consume and buy stuff. Yes, because we have a very big responsibility with the planet, also with economy, because of course, I guess it's important to consume things in order to move the economy, but there must be kind of a balance, yes, between these two things, and also be aware of where products come from, how they are produced, who is behind those things we buy, right? And if their rights are respected or not. It's very important to think about all those things that are not shown in billboards or in ads, all right? So we're going to start with a very interesting picture. Maria, where do you think this picture was taken?
Teacher, I don't know. It seems like Asian city. I don't know.
Yes. Why? Why do you think it's an Asian city? What makes you think there is an Asian city?
Because of the letters in the ads.
Yes, because of the letters, because I don't know if you can notice that, because there are a lot of manga things. Yes, like it's like everywhere. And yeah, you're right. Colorful billboards advertise video games and other computer goods in a popular shopping area in Tokyo. So we're talking about Japan. This is out of this world, right? It's just amazing. So the goals of this unit we are going to explore this week are describe and ask questions about companies. Yes, we are going to get into the story of the Sriracha company and how it started, who invented that, how did the company grow, and how is it going so far. We're going to talk about the way we emphasize important points. Yes, we are going to learn expressions and vocabulary that is going to be very useful for us to express what is important to us and emphasize the important things. We're going to be able to give an opinion about different advertisements, and we are going to learn how to review a product. When we talk about reviewing a product, is like getting to use that product and give a personal point of view, a very objective personal point of view, expressing our satisfaction or our complaints about this product, okay? So that is mostly the way we review a product. So let's get started with this first part of the unit. In this lesson A, here we have a picture of bottles of sriracha sauce. Are you familiar with this sauce? Have you ever seen sriracha sauce? Do you like it? Are you into hot, spicy thing?
Teacher, I just saw the video like 30 minutes ago.
And what do you think about the video?
It's really interesting. I think the founder, the creator,
the founder, yeah,
the founder is very weird, but
what makes you think that of him?
I don't know. I think the person below the company are different. I don't know.
It's really interesting because it was like a very simple thing. He brought from his country, and I don't think he had ever imagined that he could have such a big company, because right now they are very big in the United States, but they also export their products to different places. So it's just amazing, yeah, how something simple can, how a simple idea can become something big and wonderful, and something that produces a lot of money, right? So for the people who are watching this recording, we are going to check the video together. Yes, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. Of course, you're supposed to explore the questions. Yeah, talking about details. It's mostly about numbers related to the video.
In Los Angeles.
So let's watch it together. I'm going to put the captions on.
In Los Angeles this past Sunday, the line stretched down the block at the first ever Sriracha Festival. There was Sriracha ice cream, Sriracha apples, and even Sriracha cocktails.
There are certain things that have magic. You know, that sauce has magic. I bet you could get into Fort Knox or the Pentagon easier than you can get into the Sriracha headquarters.
Ours were the first TV cameras let inside the brand new $40 million Sriracha plant in Irwindale, California. This month is peak production. 200,000 bottles are filled each day. Sriracha is run by founder David Tran. The rooster on the bottle is his astrological sign.
If you don't like my product, what happened with you? Okay, something wrong.
There's something wrong with people.
We do the fresh one, the best one, the cheapest one.
But there are those people who say it's too spicy.
Using less. Using less.
Just use less.
Yes.
The main ingredient in Sriracha is spicy red jalapeno pepper. They are grown on this California farm just 70 miles away. Craig Underwood owns the farm and has worked for David Tran for 25 years. They started with 50 acres of peppers. Next year, they'll plant 4,000.
From the time they're picked until they're ground, it's about 6 hours. And that's important to David. He wants it fresh, he wants them red, he wants them spicy, and he wants them tasty.
When the peppers reach the plant, they are washed, crushed, mixed, and then stored in these blue barrels. How many barrels are in this warehouse?
More than 200,000.
David Tran drove us around the new 650,000 square foot facility, but now his hot sauce has him in hot water with neighbors near the plant. This week, the city of Irwindale filed a lawsuit asking a judge to shut down Sriracha until they can figure out how to manage the strong chili pepper odor that neighbors say is making them sick.
Very interesting part. I mean, of course, what we were saying before, it started like a little thing, and then it grew bigger. But the thing is, I don't know, have you ever tried to prepare something with those really spicy peppers? Have you ever done something like that? Oh
No,
my God,
teacher.
that thing is so strong. Even if you cut them, yes, to cook with them, your hands can burn, yes, your eyes, your nose. So imagine having a company producing that thing around your house, like the odor and the thing in here. I mean, I guess this is very complicated to have a company like that in a normal neighborhood. So I don't think the neighbors are exaggerating when they say that they get sick because of that sriracha thing, because it's just floating in the air. Yes, it makes you cry. It makes you. It's horrible. It's a horrible sensation. So, in the size of this company is huge.
We had a bridal shower. We had to have the guests go inside because they were all choking, hacking.
So remember, choking, like when you cannot breathe, hacking is when you have difficulties. And I don't think they are exaggerating.
It was right in the throat.
There's a lot at stake. Last year, Sriracha sold $60 million worth
So it's a very big company. So we're talking about $60 million a year.
of sauce,
It's a lot.
and revenue is growing at 20% each year. We interviewed Tran before the lawsuit was filed. Did you ever in your wildest dreams imagine you'd be running this?
I never thought that we will make big money or do something like that. But keep me busy, always, every day, make more products.
He's been perfecting his product for more than
Parenthesis, it will be great that with those $60 million, he will take some English classes. So his English is so barely understandable. It's complicated.
30 years. After the Vietnam War, David Tran fled with his family to the United States. He started mixing hot sauce in barrels on the streets and sold it to LA's growing Asian community. He named his company Hoi Fong Foods after the Taiwanese freighter that brought him out of Vietnam. He grew it without the help of any investors.
I want to say thanks to the American. If they not accept me when I refugee, so I tried to do something, give back to the American.
Tran says he wants to be a good neighbor and will work with the city to reduce the pepper smell. But while he may not be popular with his neighbors, to Sriracha fans, this 68-year-old is the hottest thing around.
Wow. And the most shocking thing is that he started selling those sauces on the streets of LA. So it's just amazing. So you are supposed to be exploring all these things. But before we take a look to what's in as contents in this first lesson, I would like to ask you the following questions. Maria, what kinds of products do you think that are sold here in this street of Japan?
Teacher, I can see like video games ads.
Are you into video games, Maria?
Sorry?
Are you into video games? Do you like video games?
No,
No?
no, not
Me
really.
either. It's not my thing either. How many advertisements do you see or hear every day? Where do you find them?
I think like, I don't know, 2000.
I totally agree with you because everything around us is full of advertisements, and sometimes we don't even notice them because just a logo on a product is advertisement. I mean, something like this is advertisement. Like I don't know, something like this. To see the logo of something that is advertisement. So we are continuously exposed to advertisement, and sometimes we're not aware of the power of this information we are constantly storing in our brain. What is one advertisement that is popular now in Colombia? As you see, everybody's talking about that advertisement.
I don't know, when I am riding my car, I listen too much mix.
Okay.
So, in this radio,
Okay.
I listen a lot about the musical festivals that are near to
That are
like
coming soon.
are
Yes.
coming. Yes.
Okay, so those are the most popular advertisements right now in Colombia. Some friends that are not Colombian are very shocked because they say that here in Colombia, we have this tendency to have a lot of sanitary, feminine sanitary products, like nosotras, tampas. I mean, like, oh, but it's so, like, it's too much. Are you obsessed with that? And I said, like, I mean, as a Colombian, I feel comfortable and normal with that thing, but they say that it's too much, that it's kind of an obsession we have. Like, okay, we need to check out and see in other countries how it does. But apparently we have a lot of commercials and ads about female sanitary products. So we are supposed to explore, yes, in this first part, all this vocabulary: advertise, consume, develop, employs, invest, manages, produces, promotes, purchase, and ship. Do you understand all those words? Are you familiar with those words, Maria? Is there a word that you don't understand?
Teacher, I have problems with purchase.
It's when you buy something. You purchase
you
an,
buy
an,
something,
an
okay.
item, you buy an item. It's like when you
Okay.
already pay for that, that's your purchase. And then when you get it, you pay for that, you get your purchase your item, they ship it, they send it to you. Okay. It happens a
Okay.
lot with Amazon, with Mercado Libre. Maria, question: do you like buying stuff via internet, through internet? Or do you prefer going to the shopping center and buy it, like touching, feel it?
I prefer go to the shopping and to the mall and see the people.
Okay, is there a shopping center or a mall that you like going? Which one is which one is your favorite?
I usually go to Arcadia or Unicentro. I live
Nearby?
nearby.
Okay, so I guess we're neighbors because I live around in Conquistadores, so I go to Unicentro walking a lot. Okay, dear. Maria, how often do you go shopping and what do you usually buy?
I don't go to shopping very often, really.
Okay.
But I have like seasons of, I don't know,
Which you
mania.
have money?
So it's really curious because when I have like the anxiety
Anxiety, okay.
In the high levels,
You buy things.
Yes, but I love, like, I don't know, buy clothes to do exercise. These are my favorite.
Me too. Shoes.
Really?
Yes, I love it. Shoes, all kinds. You know, sometimes I like going to shops like Tonates. I love it. And also like clothes to go to the gym is just a wonderful thing. And shoes, all kinds of shoes. I love it. And what else? Books. Yeah, sometimes it depends. Not all time, but sometimes I feel like buying books. It's just amazing. Yeah, I love it. All right, dear. We're gonna check together the way we use the passive voice, and I'm going to. There is active voice in which you have the subject of the sentence. Yes, for example, you can say that this main character, this subject of the sentence is performing the main action, and then there is an object, yes, of that action. But when you want to emphasize or like put your attention in an object and not in the subject, you are going to use the passive voice. Yes, I'm going to give you an example because I know it sounds kind of weird right now. You can say the Colter building, the engineer who built the Colter building. Okay, people from Medellin built the Colter building. Yes, so in this case, who is performing the action? People from Medellin, right? And what is the object? The Colter building, right? But if I want to like focus my attention on the building, in this case the object, not the subject, I'm going to switch the order and I'm going to say that Colter building was built by people from Medellin. In this case, the most important thing is the object, is the Colter building. It's not relevant or very important who built it. Do you understand? So when we use the passive voice, we are focusing our attention in the object. Yes. So we are going to check out the explanation together and let me know if you have any questions. Okay.
The passive, present. Active sentences focus on the subject that does the action.
So this is clear. Active sentences focus on the subject that does the action. Yes? So those are normal sentences.
Farmers grow rice in many countries around the world.
So in this case, who's the subject? Farmers. Very good.
Farmers.
And what's the action?
Grow rice.
Very good. That is the most important thing in an active voice sentence. Yes, right? The rest is just mere information. So we have the subject, the verb, which is the action, and the object. Yes?
Passive sentences focus on the object that receives the action.
So this is to understand how the passive works. Is just very simple to realize that these passive sentences focus the attention, yes, or the spotlight on the object that receives the action. Yes, it's not important the author or the subject of the action. The most important thing in the passive voice is the object. Yes, the object or the person, whatever, what receives or which receives the action of the subject.
Rice is grown by farmers around the world.
So rice, which was the previous object, is grown by farmers around the world. Yes. In this case, the most important thing is rice. Yes, as a product, as an object, as a thing, right? So the order changes, right? So we'll start with the object, then the verb is grown. You see also it changes by farmers. Yeah, we use the preposition by also.
When the subject is obvious, unknown, or not important, by and the subject are not necessary.
So there is a thing here. When the subject is obvious, unknown, or not important, we can just omit and it's okay. Yes, the object of the sentence. Yes, so when this object is obvious, unknown, or not important, by, and the subject are not necessary, right? Just extra information we're providing. So we can say rice is grown around the world, that's it. In this case, we're not saying who, like who does that action, who produces that. No, we're just saying that this object is done around the world, okay? And then we have the passive voice, simple present and simple past. So we have the subject, the verb be plus the past participle. Yes, audiobooks are made by SoundSmart. Yes. And questions, are audiobooks made by SoundSmart? Remember that when we want to make questions in English, we often start with a verb. It can be the verb be, it can be an auxiliary verb, and like can or would or should, or with a WH structure. Yes, in this case, we have a yes, no question. Are audiobooks made by SoundSmart? Yes, they are, right? In this case, we have the company was founded by Beverly Smith. If we wanted to transform that into active voice, we will probably say Beverly Smith founded the company. Questions, Maria?
No,
Okay,
teacher.
great. So there are some exercises that you need to do, right? And then we have, no, this is not something that, and then we are going to talk about the power of advertising. And before we talk about that, I'm going to pause the recording. So, what did I do? Oh yeah. So Maria, what was the most shocking thing about this video to you?
I'm very
Coke
surprised.
is just soda. Tylenol, just
Give me one
acetaminophen.
second.
And Levi's
What's going
are
on?
just jeans.
Sorry.
Yet consumers go out of
Sorry. Sorry. You were saying?
I'm very surprised with the kids are more the performance of the kids in
school?
Yes, is
Lower?
is badly,
Lower.
I don't know.
Yes, it's lower. Yes, they have lower academic performance. Yeah.
Than a kid that are not exposed at these ads.
Yes. What else are the risks of being exposed constantly to advertisements to children?
What, teacher? Can you
What
repeat me,
else?
please?
What else? You already mentioned lower academic performance. What else?
Yes. Okay. What else? Like all the topic, because I don't know that the ads were so dangerous for the kids.
Yes, it's just very interesting because it rewires children's brains. So they change the configuration, the way those brains work. And it's really interesting because advertisers and people who work on those ads are aware of that, and they are aware of the power of ads in our brains. And so they are shaping not only the people of the future, but the shoppers, the customers of the future. So it's really interesting because it has a similar effect on adults, but in the case of children, it's even more dramatic. Yes, because they are just growing up and they are implanting kind of programs in their brains that are going to be with them for the rest of their lives if we don't pay attention. And the thing is that these new generations, this alpha generation of kids, are constantly exposed to screens like all time. I don't know if you have seen or if you're familiar with this scene in which there is a family in a restaurant and they give the child a cell phone so this child can distract him or herself in a screen. So parents sometimes are not aware that that time on the screen is going to have an impact on the way this child is going to behave as an adult or as a person.
Yes. Even I can remember that when my brother was a child, he learns all the ads of televentas.
See?
I don't think that something like this could be dangerous for him.
Yeah,
Wow.
and the thing is that because one of the points of ads is to work on your insecurities and also to make you think that you need things. Yes, because that is the main purpose. They need you to like create necessities that you don't have so you can consume things, right? So they base their work and they base these ads in working on those insecurities and in those things maybe that you think you need in order to reinforce that feeling of scarcity or that you don't have, that you are not enough, that you need that thing to feel confident or good or beautiful, important. Yes. And with kids, that is even more dramatic than it is with adults. And parents and people who take care of children are sometimes not aware of this. Yeah. They were mentioning also another disadvantages of these people who are constantly exposed to constant publicities and advertisements. Do you remember any other disadvantages, Maria?
The food that the kids are more, I don't know, propons to a disease because of the advertising. Wow.
Yeah, they are more unhealthy than kids who watch a lot of ads are more likely to suffer more diseases and be more unhealthy because they consume more sugar products and more processed products because it's just when you watch those ads of cereals, it's very colorful and it's very interesting and beautiful. So it's kind of
and the pets and the drawings. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like I wanna eat that thing, but the thing is that they are becoming a very unhealthy generation. Yes, and let's not even think about when they get to be adults, because it is going to be a very terrible thing. And another thing that they mentioned is that these children are less empathic because they don't care about others. They only think about themselves. So they are less empathic and they don't care about the planet either, right? Why? Because there is this impulse of consumerism that is affecting the way they perceive the world. And remember that we as customers, we have a responsibility not only with the economy, but also with our planet. Yes. And sometimes we don't make the question like, do I need this thing? Who is producing this thing? How is this thing I'm buying right now affecting the planet I live in? Of course, it's impossible not to have an impact in our planet, but sometimes we could reduce it by making conscious choices, in my humble opinion.
Teacher, what do you
Yeah.
think about the second hand?
So I love secondhand. I love it. I love
Yes.
secondhand stuff. Yes, I guess this is, I mean, and also recycling, reducing secondhand stuff is very important. Yeah, so from time to time, if there is something that I like, and if it's secondhand, it's just even better. Yeah, to me, I just wash it and reuse it, and it's okay. Of course, there are people who don't like that thing, but I really like. I already bought several things: shoes, clothes, furniture, all kinds of stuff. What do you think about secondhand stuff?
I am trying to get more closer about this, I don't know, tendency, the
Trends?
new
Yes.
trend, but it cost me.
It's
Yes.
I mean, it's something that, I mean, at least you are aware of that, and you're trying to implement those
Yeah.
habits in your life, which is just awesome. And I guess I have a huge hope on Gen Z, because I know millennials are like working, because they got I mean, millennials got a very damaged world with an out of control situation, talking about consumerism and capitalism and all those things. But I guess Gen Z is trying to be aware of all these problematics, and they are trying to solve stuff. There is a high conscious movement right now among people of trying to reduce, reuse, reform, repair stuff. So I think it's gonna by the end it's gonna be better. I mean, and we better do it, because our planet is suffering all the consequences. Yes, of the bad choices we are constantly making. I mean, every day we are making choices. Yes, and and those choices, big or small choices, have an impact in our planet. Yes, all the products we use, all the things we buy, the production of all those things have an impact in our planet. And the thing is that even if we don't see directly how we are damaging our planet, it's just one house. It's like if you live in a house and the kitchen is burning on fire, you cannot say like, it's the kitchen. It's not my problem. No, it's your house. It's part of a whole thing. Yes, and I guess these new generations are starting to think about our planet like our house, which is really good. And I hope we could find solutions together, because we really need it right now. I mean, people need to be aware of the responsibility of being a customer, of buying things, and all those choices we make every day. Okay, dear. So, in this lesson B, of course, as I already did in this introduction, we are supposed to talk about the power of ads and commercials. So here we have the World Bank in a slump. It means a period where the economy is not doing well. I guess right now we're about to get in a slump. Yes, because after the pandemic, of course the economy is affected. Yes, highly affected. And I don't know if you have friends in other countries, but I have friends in North America, in Europe, even in Asia, and they say that they are seriously affected by this crisis we're about to face right now with the economy. Yes, and I guess it's a post-pandemic consequence of all that happened in 2020, 21. So yeah, so we have catchy, fun, and easy to remember. That is something, those are the basics of ads. A logo and the slogan has to be catchy, something. I don't know if you have experienced this, but sometimes there are ads which are so well done that you cannot stop singing that song. Have you ever experienced that? Like,
Yes, of course.
you find yourself singing that stupid, ridiculous song and repeating it over and over, and that is the way they get into your brain. Yeah, to make you think about that thing and to make you buy that thing. Yes, it's just really interesting, clever. Something clever is funny or interesting in a smart way. And slogan is a short, easy to remember phrase. It is used and add to sell a product. Yeah. So in this part of the grammar, we are going to check the way we use connectors. And this is going to be very useful in the future, because when we want to explain stuff or when we want to make a point or express a point of view, these connectors are going to be very useful. So let's check it together.
Connecting words: because, so, although, even though. The connecting words because, so, although, and even though show the relationship in meaning between two clauses.
So, as the name of this word says, they are used to connect, yes, two ideas. Yes, you use them to like make a bridge. You cannot like use a connector to put together those two things that are not related to each other. I mean, you can show a contrast, yes, because they cannot, or they shouldn't have to be necessarily to be exactly the same thing. Yes, that you can make a contrast and like connect opposite ideas, and this is the way we use these words.
We stayed home because it was snowing.
Okay, so it's very simple. In this case, with because is mostly you're talking about cause and consequence, yes, or you're giving the reasons, yes, why you did something.
I finished my work, so I left early.
This is directly cause consequence. Like I left early, so because I finished my work. So I finished my work. What happened after that? I left early. Yes, it's like a logical order.
Use because to give a reason for something.
I got scared because I was lost.
Notice that because can also start a sentence.
Because I was lost, I got scared.
So in this case, the order is not a problem. You can use it in the middle of the sentence in order to connect the two ideas, or at the beginning, and you separate the two ideas with a comma. Okay.
Use so to show a result.
The traffic was terrible, so we missed our flight.
Use although.
So is mostly to talk about a consequence or a result of that previous idea or action we expressed. Okay. Now we're going to continue with although and even though.
Though and even though to show surprise at the statement in the main clause.
She went to work even though she was sick.
So in this case, we're showing surprise, yes, or something unexpected, yeah.
Although she was sick, she went to work anyway.
So what will be the most logical thing? If she was sick, she would have stayed home, right? Yes, but if there is something unusual, yeah, in this case, we can use even though. She went to work even though she was sick, right? And we can use although at the beginning, although she was sick, she went to work anyway. Aunque estaba enferma, this is more like an aunque estaba enferma, ella fue al trabajo de todas maneras, right?
Teacher,
Yeah.
these two have the
Same
same
meaning.
meaning.
Yes.
Ah, okay. The difference is where I put in the sentence.
Yes, I mean, the intention is the same.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome here. So here you have like a board with some examples, right? And there are a lot of exercises that you're supposed to be doing on the MyLT platform, right? And yeah, that is going to be all for this part. And Maria, I was expecting more people, but if you want to, we could, because I prepared, where is it? Where is my Kahoot? We were supposed to play a Kahoot with the passive voice. Do you want to play it before going? Yeah.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, because this was supposed to be like a short, because I'm going to do it twice. So for the next time, you don't have to come. Yes, because we are going to check the same topics we are seeing today. Yes, so
Okay.
thank you for showing up. Where is it? Continue basic. I don't know, I was looking for it and I was just ready to.
Teacher.
Yes.
My students, I have problems pronouncing the schedule. Schedule. Okay.
I mean, there are two ways to pronounce it. I mean, you can say schedule, which is the American, and the British say schedule. Yes. I prefer schedule, which is the American way to say it, but both are okay.
My schedule
with your schedule.
Sometimes is very
busy.
What?
Sometimes it is very busy. That's why we are going to have to.
Okay. I want to ask you if sometimes I could like in for I don't know 1 hour and
of course you can. I mean,
okay.
And if you cannot come, you can always watch the recording. I mean, that is not the ideal because these spaces are mostly to practice our spoken English and interact with others and express our opinions. So yeah, I mean, if you cannot come to one, you can come to the other. If you just can come to half of it, it's just okay. The most important thing is that you show up to me.
Thank you. Okay.
No, thank you. All right, so here it is. All right, dear. Oh no, but this isn't past. I'm talking about the present. Because the other one wanted to charge me 300 pesitos, no, dollars. That is a lot. Like classic. So dear, get your cell phone and scan this code.
I will do it in my
On your computer? Awesome.
yes.
Let me know when you were ready and we're going to check. Okay, we only have one player, which is Maria. All right, Maria, let's get started. Tick, tick, tick. So T is grow, are grown, is grown, are grow. Is grown. Very good. Yay.
Oh my God.
It's you against yourself. Very good. Why are you upset? Our car last night. So you're fast. Girl, you're fast. Wow. Okay. I love the goofy chicken they gave you as an icon. Kimonos in Japan. Very good. Are worn in Japan. It's an irregular verb with an irregular past participle. My God, 3 in a row. Excuse me. Maria, you're on fire. They see this in 1980s. They developed.
Oh my
Very
God.
good. Yes, they developed.
They, okay. Active.
They got you. Yeah, that is active. It was trap.
Oh my God.
But you know what? It's good because you use the logics. Spaghetti from what?
What is wet?
Trigo. Very good. It's made from wet or our wet. Very good. Yay, you're back. The winner tomorrow. We're talking clear about future, so will be announced tomorrow. Good, Maria. Pineapples in hot countries are grown. Awesome. Nowadays, music is downloaded. Very good. Great. Mr. Green at the university since 1992. That is active. In this case, is teaching. That is active voice, because you have the subject at the beginning. Yes, and you don't have a by or out of. Quentin Tarantino, the movie Kill Bill, directed. Very good, active voice. The cinema, every 3 films every day. That is active voice, because you have the subject at the beginning, right? The cinema shows 3 films every day. Well done. A doctor, the sick child. You have the subject at the beginning. Very good. Has examined. Yes. The child, the sick child. A new house next next 2 hours, and they will complete it at the end of this year. In this case, we're focusing on the house, so the new house is being built.
My wrong thing. Yes, the verb.
Yes,
Sorry.
verb.
Eso no
It's okay.
existe.
Not at all. It's an irregular verb. Okay, the Eiffel Tower, by millions of people every year. Ah, you were fast. It's visited. Awesome, Maria. Engineers, the new plane in Seattle. Built. Active voice. This film at the cinemas all over the country. Can be seen. Well done. All children, well. Okay, should be educated. Well, perfect. The clinic. So this is about writing. The clinic has been cleaned. Very good. So we're about to finish. Most of the population in city centers by traffic jam. Sorry, most of the pollution is caused, yes, by traffic jam. Awesome. So the group will be in charge of writing about recipes. Almost everyone sitting a suit. Enjoys, yes, active voice. Almost everyone, yes. I'm not that kind of person who enjoys visiting the zoo. Let's see who the winner is. Oh God.
Unbelievable. Oh my God.
No, but you did very well. You did very well. How did you feel? Was easy, right?
Yes, but
I
I
guess
have
the
to
structure.
practice.
Yeah, practice
Yes.
is practice makes perfect. Yes, and is part of the process. So don't worry, dear. Another thing that I want you to know, to be aware of before you go. Oh my God, I need to get into the says virtual platform. In this second topic, we are supposed to start this week. We already have the instructional forum, right? And we're going to, because today we talked about the impact it had, commercials and ads have on children's brain and how it rewires children's brain. But also we're going to talk about what they, how they impact our brain, yes, and what are the things they make us to do. It's like a very interesting thing. So we're going to talk about the 4 ways advertisers get us and keep us doing things or buying things that we don't need. Yeah. So you are supposed to watch this. It's a 4-minute video, and I want you to make a video in which you answer the following questions, okay? It will be wonderful if you use the passive voice or the connectors, yes. Because so, although or even though, to express your opinions, of course, you can organize your ideas on paper, but the idea is not to read all the time. Yes, the idea is to sound and feel spontaneous while you express an opinion, like today, right? Like you did it today. You were very spontaneous. You were sharing your opinions, your points of view. That is what I want you to do on this forum, in which you are supposed to create a video. I'm going to remind you about the way we upload the video here. You click here on Responder, click here on Avanzada, and here you have the option to create a video. When you click there, of course, right now we are in Zoom, so I cannot, I mean, the camera cannot make the video because it's going to say there is a mistake, you're making a mistake. You're asking me to do two things, and the computer is going to be like, come on. But yeah, this is the, I mean, you click here on Iniciar Grabación, and then you can start recording. So you can organize your ideas on paper, like, watch the video previously, organize your ideas on paper, and then start answering questions one by one on the video, all right? Maria, any questions?
No, teacher, thank you so much.
Okay, dear, and before you go, let me see, Maria. You already started? Yes, because you mentioned that you were checking out the Sriracha thing. So you already started taking the assignments on the My ELT platform, right? Yes. Maria, do I have you in my WhatsApp group?
No, teacher.
So
I'm
going to give you my. Okay, text me so I can add you to our WhatsApp group, because there sometimes you can contact me anytime, any day, and I'm gonna try to give you the fastest answer possible. Yeah. So that's going to be all for today. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for showing up, and have a nice day. Bye, 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 bye. Take care.
Bye, teacher. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you. Bye. Hi, everyone.